Hey folks, Gary here, doing the daily Bible reading for Sunday morning, and we're continuing on with Joshua 2, verses 12 to 21. So let's read it. Now swear to me by the Lord that you will be kind to me and my family. Since I have helped you, give me some guarantee that when Jericho is conquered, you will let me live, along with my father and mother, my brother and sisters, and all their families. We offer you our own lives as a guarantee for your safety. The man agreed. If you don't betray us, we will keep our promise and be kind to you when the Lord gives us this land. Then, since Rahab's house was built into the wall, the town wall, she let them down by a rope through the window. Escape to the hill country, she told them. Hide there for 3 days from the men searching for you. Then, when they have returned, you can go on your way. Before they left, the men told her, we will be bound by the oath we have taken, only if you follow these instructions. When we come into the land, you must leave a scarlet rope hanging from the window through which you let us down. And all your family members, your father, mother, brothers, and all your relatives, must be here inside the house. If they go out into the street and are killed, it will not be our fault. But if anyone lays a hand on the people in this house, we will accept responsibility for their death. If you betray us, however, we are not bound by this oath in any way. I accept your terms, she replied, and she sent them on their way, leaving a scarlet rope hanging from the window. This is such a cool little section of scripture. What does that scarlet rope in the window remind you of? It reminds us of the book of Exodus. It reminds us when one of the plagues that God had brought upon the Egyptians, the Israelites were supposed to put scarlet on their doors. In other words, they were supposed to put blood on the doorposts and the mantle of their doors, and anyone inside would be saved from that plague. Well, God is, in a way, sending a plague upon Jericho. Why is he doing that? Is it because God's really super mean and all that kind of stuff? No, well, the land was promised to the Israelites, but it was promised because the Canaanites, the folks living in that land, were so incredibly evil in everything that they were doing to people. Like incredibly evil, that God was saying, we got to get rid of all these people, because if this continues to spread, it's going to hurt so many more people. And so, yeah, if she puts the scarlet rope out, though, her family is saved from that. Now, that's kind of cool in the fact that they're saved from that, and it reminds us of the book of Exodus, which also reminds us of Christ saving us. What's also cool that reminds us of Christ is how incredibly kind God is and merciful in his grace. God has said that you need to get rid of them all. So is God changing his mind here? Are these spies making a side deal? No, it's God's grace. Rahab is giving herself completely to God. She realizes that he is God and her idols are not, and she realizes that he's the one that she needs to follow, not these demonic idols that want to kill everybody. And so she turns to follow God, and because she does that, God's grace is upon her and her family, just in the same way when we choose to follow Jesus, God's grace is upon us. What a very cool passage of scripture, showing that God's grace is more than active, and his love trumps, right? It trumps the penalty. It trumps the judgment. God is so cool. Anyways, there's a daily devotion. Hey, if you got a church, make sure you go to your church this morning and have an awesome time worshiping with your friends and family, and have a great Sunday.